In this session, we are going to see how you can write values of an array to a text file. We have already discussed on how to create a storage bucket and how to add a text file in it. If you haven't seen that, we'll be covering that again in this session, so don't miss it. Now, this is a simple task. We are going to create a new project, and in that we are going to set a variable, and the variable values we are going to set that. Let's go ahead and create a variable, and in that variable we will set the value as an array of items or array of names, and this is the value that we are going to add, and we will add the name as array of team data. So this is my team, and the variable will be of type array of text. So this will be automatically assigned. If it is not assigned, let's see how that will be assigned. And finally we will write it to a storage text. Since we have only write text activity in storage buckets, so we will use some condition or some logic to write all the values at once into the storage bucket. Finally, this can be the expected output. You can create a variable and you can write it to storage bucket, and finally you will get a result, and the result will be seen in a text file. Let's go ahead and write the code. We are doing 10th task. String array in storage bucket. Text file. Go ahead and create. Click on plus, set the variable value, and here we are going to set a list of names, and the names can be like this. So I'll copy the values of all the names. Just try to make sure all the words must be enclosed inside double quotes and they must be separated by a comma. Click on save, and this is an array of strings. When you click on plus symbol and you can click on save variable, you're going to get array of strings, and name the value as arr team data. Click on create. Once you create it, search for write storage text activity, and in this storage text activity you need to give multiple inputs. The first input is orchestrator folder path, second input is the bucket name or like a folder name, and you need to give the file path and the text. Click on this drop down to select the folder that you want to add the storage bucket. I'll be going with shared, and if I am seeing I don't have any storage buckets available, I can click on manage storage buckets. This will take me to my orchestrator. Since I am using shared folder, I'll go to my shared folder and click on add storage bucket. Click on storage bucket, and let's give web studio as the input. Click on add. Now the storage bucket is created or the folder is created. Let's go and refresh this one, and this value is populated over here automatically, and the file path is the input that we need to give. You need to give the file path over here. What is the file name the file should be named as? Here you need to give what the name or the text value that must be written. Let's go ahead and give a file path. Click on plus, open expression editor. In double quotes, write team.txt because we are going to write in a text file. Click on save. You cannot directly write it to Excel files or any other files. It must be a text format, and the text is the value that we are going to get from the array. But here we cannot use a for loop. Now how can we do that? Using concatenation. Open expression editor, and let's go ahead and add array team data, and then go and add 0, and then you need to add plus symbol. So I don't want names continuously. I want each name on a next line. You can give some code like environment dot new line. This will create a new line and it will take my output to the next line, and then you can give arr of team data and 1. So this is how you can add your code in multiple lines to make sure it is easy to read. Let's go ahead and add new line. So I'll just copy this one and I'll paste it multiple times, and I will change the indexes. Let's assume that we have total 7 team members, so there will be 6 indexes. 1 2 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The last 7th index should not be given because we'll get only 6 indexes. It will be 5 and 6. Click on save. So the last plus should be deleted because after that we are not adding anything. Click on save. And when we execute this code, if you can see here, we don't have any files in it or we don't have any values in it. But when we execute this code, it is executed. The set value is throwing an error. Let's try to identify what is the reason. So this is my array of items. Let's see the output. Set variable requires compilation to run. Ensure the workflow has been compiled. Okay, let's go ahead and see in the expression editor. Click on stop. Let's go ahead and add open in expression editor. Now if you are seeing here, Swati is having a different quotes or double quotes. This must be corrected. So this might be a reason why it thrown an error for me. So go ahead and check out. If you are not getting the correct double quotes, it will still throw an error. Let's see this one. And here is the result. And if you are seeing in the storage bucket, team.txt download. In this process, we are trying to add values to a text data. We named the file process name as write data into text file through indexes. We added a set variable, and in that set variable we have created or updated all the values. These double quotes are incorrect, so let's go ahead and update the double quotes. This one, let's go ahead and change them properly so that this will be corrected. Yeah, now after that we will name it as array of team data and then add write storage text. So inside storage text we need to give few properties. These are the properties that we are going to give. Orchestrator folder name should be either it can be shared or your personal folder, and storage bucket name I have named as web studio, but you can also name it as text files. The file path, which is team.txt, and finally the text with all the indexes. And this is the sample of all the text that I have given. And finally I have executed the project, and this is how the project will look as, and we will get the final result like this. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Hey amazing viewers, hope you are loving our content. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button right now.